Good afternoon and welcome back to Stratford, Ontario for the 2022 New Holland Canadian Junior Curling Championships. I'm Brian Chick. I'm here with Joel Kratz, and we've got an exciting matchup today between Quebec and Newfoundland and Labrador 2, the second entry from that province. We apologize for the delay getting started. Everything's just been running a little bit late today, just a few minutes behind, but we are getting started right away. And Newfoundland, due to the draw to the button score pregame, will have Hammer in the first end. Joel, what do you know about these guys, this Newfoundland team?
Oh, I've seen them around the club when I was living in Newfoundland, and I've played them a few times. Over the last couple of years, they've certainly improved a lot from what I've seen, so I think they should have a good performance here today.
3 of the 4 Newfoundland curlers are students at Memorial University, so they're 18, 19 years old mostly. Jake Young being the exception is 17, and the Quebec team, out of 4 different clubs from the look of it, Riverbend, Trois-Rivières, Grand-Mère, and La Colle curling clubs, have a slightly larger age range, ranging from 14 at the youngest with Raphael Tremblay and up to 20-year-olds at the skip and vice positions. So we are underway here with Simon Laroche, 19-year-old. And they look to be going right into the top of the house to get this game going.
I have one. Yes.
Just slips in, so
Control.
looks like we could be in for a clean first end. Newfoundland and Labrador looking to hit and roll on. This is Jake Young, 17 years old, high school student. Probably the best hair in the field today.
Clean, yes. Yes. Hard. Hard. Hard.
This Newfoundland team did have the bye this morning. Yesterday they played both their games in the other arena, so looking for maybe a relatively simple end to start to get used to the ice here, since they haven't thrown on in this arena since the practice on Thursday.
So if you're unaware, there are 2 pads here. Each of the hockey rinks has been made into 4 curling sheets. So we've got sheets 1 through 4 on this pad, and on the neighboring rink they've got 5, 6, 7, and 8. So the same set of ice makers working on both sides, but there are probably subtle differences in the sheets. Nice center guard from Laroche. And Jake Young's going to try that nose hit again, or maybe get a little roll.
Yes. Yes. Whoa. 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 Clean. Whoa. Clean. Dylan. Whoa. Andrew. Nice shot.
Makes the hit and the roll just as called. Up next for Quebec is 14-year-old Raphael Tremblay, and he's probably among the youngest competitors in the entire tournament, I imagine.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think that I can think of any players that are even 14 or younger than that. So.
Hard, Simon. Hard, Sim. Hard.
For a long time, it was fairly common to get a team out of maybe the Atlantic provinces or one of the territories that has a handful of fairly young people on it, but that seems to be less of a regular occurrence these days. I think Brett Gallant was representing PEI as a 13-year-old for a while.
Certainly very impressive to do that.
I wonder whatever happened to that guy.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure.
No. I wonder if he's still curling. You know, did he stick with the game at all?
Really out of line.
This one really curling early.
And so what we've noticed with most of the games we've watched already on this sheet is you've got to be really positive with your rotation and got to really deliberately set that out to the broom. If you're a little soft or get them started at all, the curl is just going to kill you. So we may see a few more of those if the releases aren't exactly pure and clean. And like I said, we have seen a few of those already this week.
Especially down this in-turn side that they're throwing. We've seen a lot of rocks over curl there.
Yep. Whoa, whoa. James. Hard, James. Hard. Go, bitch.
Nice nose hit from Tremblay. Newfoundland second. Dylan Hancock is 18 years old, also at Memorial University and studying engineering.
Control. Hard. Control. Whoa. Close. Whoa. Kick. Good shot.
Nice nose hit there.
He threw a little bit more weight, and what we have seen again is that if the harder you throw it, obviously, the straighter it runs, but you can really control it with the brushes if you get on it early, and especially if you throw a little bit more weight. But once you throw that softer weight, you really have to pay attention to that curl.
Oh, no, never. No.
James Trahan, also 20 years old, has played in this event before, and he's the only one on the sheet that has previous U21 experience, and he also played in the under-18s. So the format and the atmosphere is no stranger to him, but basically a new experience for everybody else on the ice. Newfoundland third, Andrew Trickett just looking for the draw around. What do you remember about your junior national experience and trying to get settled, and what are your impressions the first couple of days trying to get your bearings?
I was very fortunate enough to play with a very experienced team with Daniel Bruce. So they helped me a lot to just feel comfortable out on the ice. But playing in a junior instead of an under-18 is certainly a little different. You know, there's a lot of little more spotlight on it and more fans in the arena. So just try to take it all in and just focus on the shot that you're about to make.
Whoa, what's good?
Whoa. Got it, girl.
Non, je peux pas.
L'amener caché.
As you may hear every now and then, there are some fans in the arena ringing cowbells and making some noise. There aren't a ton of them, but the ones that are here are pretty loud. Trahan's draw slides a little bit deep. It is fully buried, but it's behind the tee line, and Trickett looks to follow him down and put one right on the button.
Line's tight. Wait only. Wait only. Wait only. Running. Whoa then. Whoa. Wait only still. Line's great.
You got it, girl.
Wait only. Wait only.
Back for it.
Okay, we're back to it. Yep. Yes, yeah.
That is.
Just slides into the back 12 there. So it allows Quebec to draw a second one around the center guard and maybe get that biting the forefoot in a better position.
Just shows you how much curl there is in this ice. If you throw the nice draw weight, it will snap on you, and you really have to anticipate that break point to keep it on track.
Yeah, there certainly is a lot of finish, and if you wait too long for the sweep, you're not going to be able to hold it. So.
The Quebec skip is Dimitri Audebert. He's 20 years old and in training to be a firefighter.
Merci à toi.
On a l'air up. Non, pas ta. Back 4.
Okay. Whoa. On est où?
Back 4.
Simon. Small, yeah.
Sim.
So again, not bad, but not great. It is mostly buried, but there is room on that button, and
One.
Newfoundland skip Sean O'Leary is going to try to lock one on there.
Top button. Okay. Held back, I thought.
How's the weight?
Not bad. Back tee.
Okay,
Don't
just
go over your
tee.
back tee. Your line's real nice.
Top four.
Weight only.
Okay. Yeah, Dylan.
Line's really nice. Jake, get in, Jake.
Hard for line. Come on.
All right, guys.
All the way. All right.
Just bites the top of the house and leaves the door open for another Quebec stone to get in there. I had a 1640 hog to hog on that, so still pretty quick ice. He just probably pulled the string a little bit on that one.
A little bit, yeah. So that would indicate that the ice is running between a 15.5 and a 16 to the tee line. That's very quick for an arena.
That's typically what we've been seeing over the last 2 days. That 15.5 to 16 will get you into the top of the house, and once you get up and down the path a couple of times, it might even get a little bit faster than that.
The ice makers here have done a really good job. Ice with this much curl doesn't usually run that fast, but it is, and it's great.
So now Audebert trying to follow himself down, and it's always nice getting a second chance to throw the same shot, isn't it?
Oh, of course, he should have a good read on how this one runs here.
It's going to over curl on him, but they might get a little bounce off that and keep it in the way.
That's a pretty good shot. It leaves Sean O'Leary a tough draw to the side of the button for his one.
Just catch a piece of the button.
Where it's nice to have the same shot again. It's a little, always puts a question mark when you didn't make it the first time, and now you have to make that adjustment. How much weight do you need to add, or was the broom in the right spot, or was I just light and tight? So we'll see how Sean O'Leary makes the adjustment. He needs a piece of the button to avoid a steal.
Whoa, then. Room.
Definitely got it out a little farther this time around.
Yeah, no, you're back 8, back 4.
Room. Weight only. Room.
Clean.
Always Jake. Always Jake.
The line looks really good from up here.
If the weight's right, this will curl right up to the side of the button.
Come on, you guys can get it there. Carve it, Jake. All right, one red.
Valiant effort, but looked like just about 2 inches heavy. Otherwise, that'll curl up and stop. So a steal off the bat for Quebec, and they will lead 1-0 after the first. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
When the cab is your office, you'll never get tired of going to work. Spring, summer, fall. Season after season, New Holland offers the solutions and connected technology that you need. From seeding and spraying to the world's leading twin-rotor combine, New Holland has you covered from emergence to harvest. Visit your local New Holland dealer to learn more about how New Holland helps you get it done.
Welcome back to the Stratford Rotary Complex in Stratford, Ontario, home of the 2022 New Holland Canadian Junior Curling Championships. I'm Brian Chick, and with me is Joel Kratz, and we are watching the Newfoundland 2 versus Quebec game on the men's side of the 2022 juniors. Almost a brilliant shot there by Newfoundland to get their one, but just a little too much bounce, or maybe, like I said, about 2 inches too much weight.
Yeah, I just didn't get the little extra bit of finish that he needed for that.
So, Quebec lead, Simon LaRoche goes into the top 8 foot. Newfoundland ignores it and throws a very high corner guard. It's probably higher than they wanted it, though, right?
Yeah, I would say. I think they'll either have to, they might either throw one on the other side or throw a one right behind it.
There's so much curl in this ice that a guard that high really isn't stopping you from doing anything. You can always get around it, and there's plenty of room to attack any shots in the house. So you need your guards to be at least halfway to tight to be effective.
Scar just over curling a little bit, but still a good spot right on the center line.
Forward.
A little wide.
Wide. Clean. Yes.
Okay, Dylan.
Yes. Hard. 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 Hard.
Guards coming into play, just going to rub it on the way by. But does not remove it from play, so it's fair game.
Dimitri asking for that guard to be replaced now, about a halfway or a little bit tighter.
We are playing the 5-rock free guard zone in this competition, so rocks cannot be removed from play before the 5th, until the 6th shot of the end. And the tick shot is allowed, where if you've been watching the Women's Worlds at all this week, anything touching the center line can't be moved. So that is not a rule that they're playing here this week, so that tick off the center line is totally okay. Guard over curls a little bit again, but again, the Quebec team trying to control that 4-foot zone in front of the house.
Team Newfoundland looking to play the same hit and roll they tried in their last one.
Looks like Dylan Hancock threw a little bit more weight, and this one's tracking on the wide side. Comes up just enough, so he sticks around.
Control. A little closer to control. Yeah. Call the control. Oh. Control. Yes. Whoa. 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 Sim. Sim.
Hard sim.
Hard sim.
Hard to stick.
Hard sim.
Hard to stick.
Hard.
They said they were asking for control, and out of his hand they said control plus. So probably a little more weight than they expected, causing it to run a bit straighter than they wanted. How's your French?
Not very good. I really like this call from Sean O'Leary here, just trying to control the front of the house. Instead of coming around it and leaving Quebec the short run back, he's elected to nose it or roll for a corner guard.
Whoa, whoa.
Clean. Whoa.
Now you're only
Whoa,
down one
Jake.
here, and it's very early in the game still. You don't have to get too aggressive to panic.
Whoa, whoa.
No, and that rock in front of the house is a very dangerous stone for Newfoundland. So
Good shot. A bit up.
Maybe. Like a 10-3.
Top 8.
So Quebec trying to use that long corner guard that's made a little bit better by the other rocks that have rolled over to that half of the sheet. But there's not a whole lot of room to hide over here.
Rush.
Ça cime. Ça
Il est
cime.
parfait.
Ça rate. Ça rate.
Ici, les boys.
Oh, on est fort un peu.
Ah, on est beau. Wow. Shot. Wow. Shot.
Nice weight from James Strahan.
Shot, James.
He is buried, but like I said, that guard is so high that there's still lots of room to get around it.
Sean O'Leary calling for a freeze right on the tee line.
Dylan, it's your rock.
Not bad. Back 4, T. T, back 4, back 4.
Can we go here?
Yeah. Yeah, back 8,
Yeah.
back 4.
Hard, Dylan. Hard.
Starting to really curl now.
Hard. Right
Trying to
here.
help it over.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. Want to be shot here. Whoa, whoa, shot. On.
Ooh, did it hang on for shot? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
It's unfortunate. If that stops an inch sooner, then it's actually quite a good shot.
Ouais, n'importe où ici, là.
So it looks like Quebec's going to try about the same thing again and lob another one into that pile developing on the right half of the sheet.
Could be a little dangerous, though, if they set up some sort of pocket around the corner guard without hammer, that the Newfoundland team can come down and freeze, possibly set up for a 2.
Back 8.
This one has a little more weight from the looks of it. But still walks right over. Look at that curl.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Done? Yeah, probably a bit. Yep. Nice shot. Fit.
Now they're on.
2.
So that's kind of the risk you were talking about. There is now a little bit of a wall developing back there, and a well-placed Quebec stone could be hard to remove for Newfoundland.
The good news for Quebec, if this is made, there is enough room there that that they can come down and freeze on top of the Newfoundland stone.
Back 4, back 8.
Line's nice.
Back 4.
Whoa. Whoa.
Back 8,
Whoa.
back 4,
Wait
back
for
8.
it. Wait for it.
Back 8.
Whoa. Whoa.
Back
Not yet.
8.
Jake's rock. Jake.
Yeah, Jake.
Hard.
Come on.
Hard. Hard.
Gotta go to keep the line.
Great shot.
Pretty good, but I don't think they're shot. If they are, I think that red at the back is still out counting them. So just an unfortunate little bounce there. They really would have liked to stay counting.
Yeah.
There's plenty of weight. That was like back 8, back 4. Not back 4, and then it bumped off like that.
Quebec attempting a similar type of freeze now, coming down on top of the yellow rock just thrown, trying to sit 2.
The good news for Newfoundland here is that even if this shot is made, and they're always going to have a very makeable draw for 1. There's not enough stuff on the other half of the sheets that would ever impede them from taking an easy single, but they were just inches away from setting themselves up for a potential multiple score. So with a couple rocks to come, we'll see what happens, but they're not too worried about the setup at this point because it's not too threatening.
No, I agree. There is an outside chance of a skipper's deuce. If this is made and Sean makes his first one, if he gets a little mistake, he could have a shot for 2. The line is much tighter than what we've seen from the other draws.
Yeah, whoa. Sim. Okay, no, never mind. Okay.
Weight was pretty much perfect, but that line got away from them a little bit.
Comment ça va?
At the button there.
Newfoundland now trying to come down on top of their yellow. If they are a little heavy and wide, if they just get by their yellow and touch the red and spin into the middle, they possibly could sit two if it does move enough.
I think the other option is to, if you can hit your yellow and maybe just kind of spin it off that red, you might be able to sit two.
Okay. Well then.
Just looking for T-line.
Whoa.
Back 8, back 4.
Whoa.
Back 4.
Hey,
Wait
Dylan.
only. Running still.
Dylan, if you can.
It's still running, guys.
So they're saying it's running. They might get the touch on the red that you were talking about.
Back 8.
Dylan.
If they bounce it an inch, it's not terrible. They're sitting two now.
That is quite a good shot. There is no double because the yellow
Back line.
is right in front of a wall of reds.
But there is also that little pocket there where if Quebec can drop one into that kind of between the yellow and the red there, it will be tough to score more than one. Not impossible, but tough.
I think Quebec are calling the nose freeze on the yellow. Even if they're not perfectly on it, if they're on the side over here, there could be a possible jam in here. So anywhere in front of that yellow rock, as long as their shot is good.
Je pense le freeze. Sit.
Une petite affaire de plus, je te disais. Ouais. On va se freeze.
Qu'est-ce qu'on fait?
On va se freeze dans le back 4.
OK.
Tu donnes la même chose.
Ouais. Mais disons, il m'en faut.
C'est quoi, c'est 15?
So Newfoundland currently sitting two, but Quebec has something to say about that right now. Trying to take away a multiple score here.
C'est affaire de moins.
On est up.
Back 4.
Okay.
Back 8.
Raf.
Yep, Raph.
Hard up.
Yep, Raph.
Hey, bonne
Okay.
place, go.
Yep. Hold it up.
This rock really curling again.
I don't know what it's called.
Over curls, and I think Newfoundland is still sitting two, so they'll have a free draw for three as long as they can get any more than the 8 foot.
I'll give you a good weight, something to sweep. Like in the high.
Again,
50s.
Dimitri Audebert there threw
Bite the weight.
pretty close to the weight he wanted, but wasn't quite so positive with the handle, so there's a lot of curl and
High 15s.
over curled on him, so just by an inch or two. So Sean O'Leary needs a bite of the 8 foot.
Bite the weight,
Just got to
guys.
get it to the 8.
Bite the 8 foot. Line's never an issue. Line's not a problem. Looks like you can go. Yep.
Okay, line's straight.
Yep.
Just got to get it there.
All right, guys.
Come on, get it there.
Hard.
Come on, bite the 8.
Hard.
All the way, Come on.
Everything.
Come on, all the way. Come on.
Good job.
Big scrub, and they just get it there for the 3.
Just, I think,
Okay.
an inch shorter, and it's only 2, but I think they got it there, and that's 3 points for Newfoundland and Labrador, and they'll take a 3-1 lead into the third end. We'll be back from Stratford right after this break.
Good in.
This is where the focus comes into play. Look at that. Canada, say hello to your new champions.
Proudly pulling for this generation of Canadians and the next for over 40 years at the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Welcome back to Stratford in the New Holland Canadian Juniors. Big 3 on the board from Newfoundland and Labrador there, and that kind of came out of nowhere almost. It was a lot of angles that freeze on a freeze on a freeze, and all of a sudden Newfoundland had the angles they needed to pop a big end.
Yeah, for in the middle of the end, Quebec was sitting 2 and drawing to sit 3 behind that corner guard, and Newfoundland executed those freezes fairly well and left Quebec skip Dimitri a fairly tough shot on his last one. Just got too much curl.
So Quebec has the hammer in the third. And has opted to ignore the rock in the house and put up a corner guard. Quebec is 1-2 in the standings at the moment, losing to Alberta and Saskatchewan 2, and beating the Northwest Territories. So they'd like to get a win to get back to 2-2. And meanwhile, Newfoundland 2 has lost to Northern Ontario, but also beat the Northwest Territories. So they're 1-1 and looking to get on the positive side of the standings.
No, because he just plays the hit and roll.
This is a long week, no matter how you cut it. It's a 8-game round robin before you reach the playoff level. There's 9 teams in the 2 different pools.
Just like T-line weight.
So you get 8 games minimum, which is probably more than you normally play in a week.
Just T-line.
Okay, back forward.
Whoa, whoa. Do we need it? Do we need it? Do we need it? Whoa, whoa.
Back 8.
Whoa.
Back 4. Back
Whoa.
4.
Back
Whoa.
forward.
Andrew. Hurt, Andrew. Hurt. Go. Good try.
Not sure what exactly they were trying to accomplish there, because they thought maybe they overthrew it and needed the tick to take the weight off, but then they were trying to sweep it maybe to bury behind and got the tick anyway. So I'm not quite sure what the effort was, but at the end of it all, they sit 2 and have forced Quebec to throw a hit.
Go, James. Go, James.
Good. Try it again.
I don't know where else to go. You could come here, half buried, cut it, choke it off. Probably, if you ever come deep, he freezes. Yeah.
It is a weird situation. Normally, you might throw a guard on that, but since it's not on the center line, they're choosing to come around that to the back button-ish sort of area.
That conversation there kind of lets us into their psyche a little bit, wondering. They're more worried about playing the defensive. They don't want to give anything that Quebec can use for either to draw behind or to freeze to. So you can tell that they're definitely leaning to removing some Quebec stones as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think their concern was if they threw the draw around the corner half buried, which is what I like, but their concern was if they ever came to the T-line or a little deeper, we might get a situation like we did last end where everyone is freezing behind the corner guard. So.
No.
Pretty good.
Ends up
Not
a
bad.
tight guard, just a biter.
Not a horrible spot for that rock. Does give Quebec the opportunity to draw around the corner guard and sit second.
That corner is a little bit higher than halfway out from the house, so there is a lot of room to get around it. But I imagine, unless this is wide open, I think we'll see the Newfoundland guys get up and start ripping guards. This is over curled a little bit on them, and
Lots of curl to the wing today, almost 6 feet or even a little more.
Sean O'Leary making a liar out of me.
Yeah, we'll get it there.
I assumed that they'd be peeling the guards, but they've opted to go around. Do you have a preference here?
I think I do like this call. I think being the third end, you may think about keeping the. Right now, Team Newfoundland has the hammer in the even end, so maybe they're thinking about that. Because if they peel the guard, there could be a potential blank. But as long as they keep this in the top of the house, it should be in a good spot.
Hard, 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 hard. Keep going. Hard, 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 hard. Keep going. Just drop.
Nice weight control and a great sweep there by the.
Really nice shot there.
Newfies.
It's just a touch under half buried. Sort of chokes off Quebec's draw around the corner.
I had a 15.6 on that, so that's basically the same speed we've been seeing all weekend. And Raphael Tremblay is going to try to chase that one that was just thrown and maybe get a little roll behind.
I think they're actually throwing the other way.
Sorry, other
Yeah.
turn.
To sort of hit roll behind the one that Newfoundland just threw.
Hard! Hard!
That works out very nicely.
That's a pretty good result. That red is mostly open, so a light, soft weight hit could get to the nose.
1-2.
Top four?
Just top four.
Okay, top four.
Seems like Newfoundland is content to try to get Quebec chasing them. So they're already sitting two. Might as well put another one in there and put a little pressure on.
Room. Room. Good.
Yeah, gotta get it
Hard
there.
line. Hard line.
Yeah, hard, Jake.
Hard
And this one's going sideways.
No, yeah, whoa. Really whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Not so much handle on that stone.
Yeah.
Not bad.
We've seen that a few times. If you don't really have a lot of rotation, they tend to dive offline pretty fast. So whether that was a pick or a fudge or just a soft handle, I'm not quite sure, but that's the end result, is over curling.
Now Quebec with a similar type of shot, trying to hit and roll in behind those two sets of staggered rocks.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Hard. Yes. Hard. Whoa. No. I shot.
Very nicely done by James Strahan.
Got a little fortunate there to touch the backside of that yellow rock because it might have sprung out into the open.
Top four.
But
Top four.
ended up in a really good spot.
Even if you're half under right here, you
Yeah,
can't
it's
get rid of it. Goes in there.
under two different sets of staggered
the
rocks,
four.
so it'll take a few shots to move that one.
Yep.
And again, kind of a gutsy call here to just throw another draw, try to tuck one in behind.
Back floor.
Whoa, then get off it. No. Whoa.
Back floor.
Whoa.
Back for it.
Whoa. Dylan.
Starting to curl a lot now.
Right, good sweep.
Pretty good spot. Not exactly what they were looking for, but
I don't get that.
does force Quebec to play a freeze.
I think they would have loved that a foot or two higher, kind of next to that the red stone, but by going deep, they've left a little bit of an opportunity for Quebec to lock another one on, and then they're looking at a pretty favorable setup.
Heads up.
Hard left. Hard left.
Hard left.
Hard.
Hard. Tim.
Whoa, just no wait, whoa. Just no wait.
Go.
Beauty.
Good shot, James.
Really nice shot there.
That's 2 nice ones in a row there from James Strahan. Really turned the end around.
You'd hate to be right there.
Yeah.
Well, he loses that one if he notices that, if we're right there. So.
Sean looking to make a freeze on about 2/3 or 3/4 of that rock to try to cut down the scoring area.
Yeah.
Like if we're right there, how's he getting in for 2? He's slashing that in.
If you block it off, you keep him to 1.
I like here.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good call, too. If you do come in and bounce off a little bit, you could leave a double for Quebec to sit 3.
Right there?
Yeah.
All right.
Looks like that's what he wants to call it. That's weird. Okay, still around that, but.
This is kind of end you like when you don't have hammer. You want to be fighting over the button in that 4-foot area.
Well,
you want to have all
I'm
the angles sorted out, but
right there, take away, draw in.
Quebec would have like to have a little more space to score a second point, or maybe even a third by the time the dust is settled. But when there's that many rocks in and around the 4-foot,
Well, if we're right here.
that scoring area becomes a little more valuable.
Like where's Brandon's broom? Yeah, I think that's a shot. Little more ice.
So Newfoundland looking to come down in this sort of area here, blocking any draw that could possibly come down in here to sit 2.
So first shot of the end from Sean O'Leary, just trying to get to top 12 to make the Quebec team's life just a little more difficult.
Line's fine. Line's fine.
Hey, hard, Jake.
Line's good.
Hard, Jake.
Line's good. Just top 12, guys. Just top 12. Whoa.
Just coming up a few feet light there and over curl, so it does give Quebec an opportunity to come down to the top of the button area and sit the 2.
Yeah, they've covered the button, but it was more important that they cover the path to the button. Oh. And with all this curl, that path is actually quite a bit wide off the center line, so they needed to be probably a foot to the right at least, or to the left from this angle. So that draw to the button is still there for Quebec.
Quand on te l'amène. Ouais, 25-30.
Raph en premier.
Ça rafle.
Raph,
Good, good.
Raph.
Full top 4. Yep. Hard, boys.
Hard, Raph.
Hard.
Hard.
Come on. Hard.
Hard, guys.
Hard. Bounce it.
Just a little light there. I think they were actually on the sweeping early enough to hold it, but without the weight, it's going to curl up a little bit more than they expected.
Yeah, like that. 2.
That's what we keep talking about anticipating that curl, and they actually were on it before the curl ever came, but without the weight, it just wasn't going to get there.
What do you think about edge of 4?
Team Newfoundland seems to be electing to guard the red rays, possibly for 3. Now they're looking at maybe drawing in for shot. There is certainly enough curl to get to the button, even though that guard is off the center line.
I like the draw.
All right.
Yeah. I like the draw. Considering the height.
Sean just threw down this path as well, so we should have a good idea of what the speed is.
What? Well, no, I need the...
This is one where you have a fair bit of wiggle room on where it ends up. If you're on the right path, you can be anywhere from top of the button to in front of the house, as long as it's in the way. But this is where the communication with the sweepers is going to be so critical.
Okay, looking for T.
Room. Switch.
On inside. Got a curl.
Where? T.
Hey guys, where's
Pass
the
the
2?
curl, Dylan. Hard, Dylan.
Finish her off.
15.1 should be pretty close to T-line.
Come on, all right, Dylan.
Just a little bit deep, and that's not where you want to put it. That gives a little bit of backing for Dimitri to use.
They were sweeping it for curl there, and they ended up overbrushing it into the back four. Sometimes, especially on draws, if you're trying to get it to curl, it's better off just letting it stop in front, and because although you might be helping it curl a little more, you're still adding some distance to it. So.
If that rock stops a foot shorter, it's really good. But that little extra weight has created a little backstop for Dimitri to use. So with his last shot in the third end, trying to get a chunk of the button for 2.
Same way. Eraf. Yep. Hard eraf. Hard eraf. Come on, boys. Hard. Hard. Fix up close. Hard. Hard. Vous l'avez. Hard. 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 Hard eraf. Hard.
Go ahead.
Just a little bit light there and only gets the single.
That's what I was going to say. So 1 point for Quebec on the board. Chance for 2 just missed. So 3-2 going into the fourth, and we will be back right after this.
When the cab is your office, you'll never get tired of going to work. Spring, summer, fall. Season after season, New Holland offers the solutions and connected technology that you need. From seeding and spraying to the world's leading twin-rotor combine, New Holland has you covered from emergence to harvest. Visit your local New Holland dealer to learn more about how New Holland helps you get it done.
Welcome back to the Stratford Rotary Complex in Stratford, Ontario. For the New Holland Canadian Juniors, I'm Brian Chick with Joel Kratz. And a little bullet dodge there by Newfoundland. It looked like Quebec had a couple different options brewing and just came up a hair short with their draw for 2.
We've seen a very aggressive style of game from both teams to start this game. All 3 ends have had many rocks in play, so I assume we'll see the same for this end.
Yeah, and that's evident from Quebec throwing up that center guard. It looks like they're maybe going to try to junk it up yet again.
Where? Andrew. Yep. Hard. All right, here. Hard. Weight only, guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, no, no, no.
See the amount of curl there. That rock got by about 4 inches, and it is completely open with even maybe an inch of air or about edge on edge.
Hack.
Whoa. Whoa.
Push. Yep, yep. Yep. Hold! Hold up! Hold! Jusqu'à Pierre.
Little miscommunication there, I think, on that rock from Simon Laroche. They are calling hack weight out of his hand, and wasn't even back line. So that obviously is going to affect how much it curls, and they were caught kind of a little bit late on the sweep call because of it. Jake Young's going to try that draw again, and hopefully this time he can keep it behind the center guard.
Go down.
Weight only still. Just top 8, guys. Line's nice. Line's really nice right here. Whoa then. Top 4's too deep. Right here. Nice shot.
And that's pretty well done.
Comme ça.
Quebec realizing that they are in a little bit of trouble, so they are throwing the straight back run double, or at least catch one of them would help the situation.
Yes! Yes! Whoa.
Over curled slightly there on Raphael Tremblay's, but the bonus is at least he got the guard out of the way, and now Newfoundland has to put it back on, which is not an easy task when it's curling this much.
Two, three.
Doesn't look light.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
1.
Andrews.
I'm inside.
You're in. Good at 2.
Hard, Andrew. Hard.
Get it to 2.
Clean.
Just clean.
Clean.
Good shot.
All right, nice shot.
Good spot guarding about half of each, or a little more than that. See a little piece on either side. Quebec will probably try to throw about a hack, a little bit of a heavy hack, to try to get to as close to the nose as they can and kill the back one.
Yeah, you can't see a lot of either of those yellows in the back, so you're going to have to get pretty cute with this guard.
Yes! Yep. Yes, tout long.
Just sneaks it by, gets right up to the nose, and that's an excellent result. Great shot there from Raphael Tremblay.
Il me squeak dans les oreilles, une autre fois, j'arrache mes oreilles. Ah.
Oh no, that's you're getting that free at most. Yes.
Any surprise here that appears that Newfoundland's going to play another draw around?
Top 4.
Room.
Team.
Weight only.
Top 4. Top 8.
Clean.
Line's good.
Whoa. Team.
Weight only.
Back forward.
Whoa.
Team back forward.
Whoa. Can't be back.
Come down. We're back forward.
Whoa.
Come down.
Good shot, buddy.
Does keep the pressure on Quebec.
Good judge on the weight there. They were calling back 4 the whole way down.
So they're trying to basically throw the same shot they just did to skinny that guard and hit as much of the red as possible, and get rid of at least one of those yellows. Pretty well done. That's almost as good as you could do.
Left the Rays rock in a very good spot, biting the top of the 4, and also a shooter that's
How much can you see?
mostly open.
Newfoundland might be getting a little nervous as that yellow rock's starting to get surrounded by red. It's getting a bit lonely, so trying to figure out a way to get a yellow one in there and maybe get rid of one of reds on the way. And they've opted for a backline weight hit.
Yeah, I think with a bit of back ring weight, they can certainly get to the nose and just miss their yellow in the back of the 4.
Clean. Whoa, whoa. Yes. Yes. Hard. Hard.
Yeah, hard, guys, all the way.
Hard.
Yeah, hard, Dylan. Hard, Dylan.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Over curls a bit and gets a piece of that guard. Spills it out of the way, and probably not ideal for them that now both of these red runbacks are very makeable.
There is a possible jam on the back there, but if you hit it right, you will sit 4 if your shooter stays. Most likely 3. It looks like they're going with the straight back, so a little less danger on this one.
Yeah, this one avoids the potential jam and is easier to keep your shooter. So yes, this could be a lot of red by the time this rock stops.
I like the softer weight choice there, but I think it was just a little less than what they were looking for.
Yeah, as a result, they were able to save the shooter and the one they chipped out of the way. But you're right. I think that they probably wanted a little bit more weight to help that run a bit straighter.
Okay. Control weight.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hard, Jake.
Hard.
All the way, Jake.
Hard.
Hard, Jake. Come on.
Hard.
Come on, Jake.
Hard. 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 Hard.
Just avoids the jam there. Newfoundland now sits 1 and 3.
It was cutting right away.
It's a bit tight.
Yeah.
Au fait, tu sais, si on ose, c'est pas la fin du monde. Ouais. Si jamais on est vraiment out, on a ça. Là, on est deuxième shot, je pense. Ouais,
If you're Quebec here, I think you want to, obviously you want to make the hit on the one in the back of the forefoot there, but you also want to make sure that you roll to a spot where there's no potential double. You don't want to group your rocks together, so if you keep them spread out, then you have a chance for an easy force and maybe a steal if you happen to get a miss.
Yeah, I think a roll either way is good. I think the nose hit is the only spot that there could be a potential double.
Good shot.
And they do get a roll, and they do sit 2.
I don't particularly like that.
come back right on it.
Because if you pick it out, he sits 5 and.
Yeah.
And, but
I like that comment there.
Miss it on my first and my last.
They were looking at possibly throwing the little angle raise there, but as I said, if they take their own out and don't stick, they will be drawn. Quebec will have a chance to draw and sit 5 somewhere.
It's not too
What kind of weight though? Control or?
Yep, that
Control,
yellow
yeah,
in the
it's
house
to
is
get
still
that
pretty
out, but-
lonely, so I think you might see them try to play a little freeze in here, or at least draw to a spot
I could
that
go here. Probably a little safer.
is a bit of an insurance
And then
policy.
make that on my last for 2. How much can you see of that? Can make that. It makes the double anyway.
Just looking around the rings, around the other sheets.
Well, I don't like either of them.
Saskatchewan is up 2-1 on Ontario after 4 ends.
It's like you said, you could try to come right in.
Manitoba up 2-1 on BC after 3 ends, and Alberta up 6-1 on Northwest Territories after 4. Timeout being called here, and Coach Dave Trickett will come and chat with the team.
I'm either thinking we play that or we go here. Okay, that's the one I like the least. Because I missed that, he sits 5. I'm playing my last against 5. Go here. He plays this or something. Yeah. So I'm thinking we play that. He smashes that back, and at least we go here. We sit second. He guards. I have that on my last for 2. Do you like that? Or freeze to this one? Okay, I like that.
All right.
It leaves you possibilities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we see the overhead, please?
More like at your 4.
I think what Sean was worried about is that if they come in with a draw in here and freeze on this angle here, Quebec can throw the double takeout back here. This one goes out, and that one goes out there, and then they have a shot, and then they'll be sitting possibly 5, maybe 4. What they've elected to do is come sit second, frozen on the corner of this one here.
Top 8, wait.
Could potentially leave them a shot for 2, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one where we got to be really confident throwing it because any indecision here, you're likely to bounce off or leave it in a bad spot, and you could be looking at a handful for your last shot. So you got to really be comfortable putting it right where you want to.
Line's a bit. Line's fine. Really got to curl. Jake's rock. Wait only, guys. Wait only.
Okay, got to curl. Come on.
Yeah. Hard, Jake. Hard, Jake. Hard.
Okay, all the way.
Hard.
Come on.
Keep going, Jake.
Come on, guys.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
All the way.
They get that in to outcount 2 of the Quebec stones. Quebec still sits 2.
The line was pretty good on that. They just needed about 3-4 feet more weight, and as a result, Quebec has the opportunity to make life very difficult for the Newfoundland squad. They're already sitting 2, and they could put another one in there to potentially sit 3, or maybe just guard a draw path. What do you think they're up to?
Quebec, they seem to be coming into maybe somewhere in here. They have to be careful that if they come into maybe this area here, there could be a triple like this for Newfoundland to score 3 actually. So would like this probably in the top 12-ish, biting the 8-foot to force Sean O'Leary to a tough draw to the 4-foot, or maybe he might have to throw the short angle the short straight back raise.
So Dimitri Audibert with his last of the fourth. Just trying to take away a draw path for Newfoundland Sean O'Leary.
Go, too long. Too long.
I would say that's mission accomplished. That draw becomes a lot more difficult.
Bad ice.
Yep.
That is a pretty tight port. I think the way it curls, you can definitely get through there.
Chip off the yellow.
But it does make Team Newfoundland shot a little bit harder.
Yeah, I think technically I'd say the draw is there from both sides, but sometimes just making it look harder is enough to put a little doubt in your opponent's mind. The other option, as they mentioned, is that you can chip off that yellow and maybe spill on or even just bump it up if you're running wide.
Okay. Gotta be 4.
Line's fine.
Kate.
Line's fine.
Okay,
Line's
Dylan,
fine.
Clean.
Whoa, if you can. Whoa.
T back 4.
Whoa, then. Gotta be in the 4.
Okay, gotta be 4, guys.
Whoa. Dylan, get off it.
No, you're there. Top 4.
Looks like he's through the hole.
Through the hole, and will it stop in time? Yes, it does. Nice shot by Sean O'Leary to score one for Newfoundland, and they will go up 4-2 after 4 ends. We'll be right back with the 5th after this break. So a really nice shot from Sean O'Leary saves the end for Newfoundland. It looked like it could have been 2 for Quebec, and a nice draw through the port right to the back of the button. Saves the end for him, so he got to be a relief there.
Yeah. All right, get it over the way.
Hard, guys. Hard. Hard, never off it. Hard.
Yep, just get it in. Get it in.
Hard.
Get it in. Yep.
Hard.
Get it in. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Whoa.
Get a biter.
Make sure you're putting it out. You're
setting them in?
Yeah, just a hair.
So up 2 after 4 ends. It feels like, looking at the scoreboard, you'd say that Newfoundland definitely has the advantage, but it hasn't always felt like that, has it? There's been a couple of dicey moments, and especially with that last end there with Sean O'Leary drawing the clutch draw to save his team, but it could have been 2 for Quebec pretty easily.
Oh, it certainly could have been, and again in the first end, Sean had to make a nice shot against 2. And Quebec had an opportunity in the third end for 2, and they were just a little bit light.
So while it looks like it's not all Newfoundland, but like they have the advantage, it seems like it's even closer than that scoreboard indicates.
Similar looking in from 2 ends ago, actually.
This time they're opting to go the other way, whereas in the third end they threw into that yellow rock.
Looks like more. Looks like more.
A little more.
Back 4 is no
Trying to get top 12, half buried around the guard.
Yep.
Yeah, bring it over them.
Yep. Hurt. Okay.
And that is the danger of throwing a shot like that. That rock is completely buried behind the corner guard, and it is an advantage for Quebec, and it's a stone that they can utilize.
We saw that how that can backfire in the second end, I guess, with that big pile in the back of the rings that nothing was removed, and they just kept throwing more on there, and eventually Newfoundland and Labrador was able to put up 3 because of that backing behind the guard. Big scrub from the Quebec guys, but could not sneak it by the guard. I think as we discussed before, maybe they're not throwing just quite as much rotation, and as a result, they're getting a lot of rocks diving off those lines a little harder. Because halfway down, I thought that one was going to be okay, and it really hooked over there.
Yeah, I think at the hog line, it was just about on the center line. So in the last 10 feet that it was moving, it curled 4 feet. So
Top 8.
Where? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
By comparison, the Newfoundland guys, including Dylan Hancock here, has thrown very positive rotation. You can. This thing is going to track a long way straight before it ever starts to curl.
Yep, go a little. Good rock.
pretty good spot right behind that guard and in the forefoot.
Yeah, important there that he wanted to stay in front of the tee line. He was able to. Didn't quite get that same finish he was looking for, but like I said, that's probably a result of the extra rotation.
Yep.
Back in. Yep. D-line. Yes. Yes. Stop it. Too long.
Great sweep to get that one by.
Okay, good shot.
Just over curling once again. Newfoundland can throw a similar type of shot to come down in the pocket. Really cut down Quebec's scoring area.
Hair tight, if anything, but
Yeah, back 8.
Whoa, then.
Back four.
Do we need this?
Back four.
Do we need this? Whoa. Do we need this?
Back for T. T back four.
Whoa, just let it work. Let it work.
T.
Let it work.
T.
Let it work.
Back four. T.
Right here is fine.
Yep. So we're clear.
That one walks right
Real nice
over
spot.
and locks it on. Great shot there from Dylan Hancock. Frozen, half buried, and I don't think that yellow can go anywhere.
Back deuce.
Quebec throwing a back ring weight to try to get to the nose and tap one of those yellows back and stay right in front of it.
Hack. Hack plus. Whoa. Sim. Hard sim.
This one needs to curl quite a long way. It's on the outside yellow. It's going to roll over kind of on top of those yellows, but it's probably not great news for Quebec.
No, it just acts as another guard for those two yellow stones, and now Team Newfoundland is going to throw a center guard. So essentially those two rocks that are frozen are double buried.
Looks heavy.
3.
No.
That's well 3.
No.
3.
No.
You're just 3.
No. There's no line. No. It's got to stop. No, it's got to stop.
3. Let it stop. Let it get its way.
Okay. It's good.
All right. Good shot.
Pretty good. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, it didn't quite come over quite as much as they wanted. I think they would have been like to be right back up to the center line or just a hair across, but it does complicate things for Quebec, that's for sure.
There's a possibility to hit this about 3/4 high side and come back and hit the other red that's in the top 12 and then back onto the yellows. Lots of weight here.
Gonna run it straight back.
Touches a lot of stones. It does now open up those two yellow rocks, but looks like Newfoundland will guard those again.
Two go. All right, I'll throw it.
This goes back to what we were saying about how there is so much curl. It's almost hard to throw a good guard because by the time they're slowing down and coming to a stop, they're almost going sideways. So you really have to read that break point and sweep accordingly. On last shot, Dylan Hancock uses, Trickett's first shot, he was a little bit wide, and they just really had to wait for it to curl.
It's working. Whoa, you're coming over further. Whoa. You're 3. Whoa.
Starting to really curl now.
This one now is going sideways.
No, the line's got us.
Pretty good, though. Covers a chunk of that yellow. Still makes it very difficult to chase those.
Yeah. A perfect freeze is very hard to make right on the nose, but a guard that's on very curly ice like we have here today is, in my opinion, is just as hard to make.
I feel like you almost need to specify exactly what kind of weight you want to throw with that guard, because if you give yourself that 6 or 8 feet of leeway, your side-to-side line can be drastically affected.
Yes.
So pick a spot you want to put it on, not necessarily a line you want to put it on.
And again, another over curl, just hitting the top yellow. Does spin in now. Quebec lies third and fourth shot.
I imagine you'll see another guard here, and
What do you mean, like split the gear?
I really like the guard. I think right now, I mean, they do have the in-off off that rock they just threw.
I think just put the guard back.
I like that.
Yep, right on center. Yep.
I like the guard for now. Even if Quebec does play that that hit and roll off the side, it will be tough to get a 2 because your shooter will be right on the top of the button.
Yeah, just right on the center.
Okay.
He needs 2 shots to get rid of our rocks. So if we can keep him away for one more.
I think his only way in, as you mentioned, is off his own red at about the 10 o'clock spot. And that would come into the side of the button, but it wouldn't leave a whole lot of room to get another red one in there.
Okay, it's pretty good. Just looking for
Line's
2.
Line's fine. Line's good. Yep. Line's good. Yep. Switch. Yep. Keep going. Good. Good judge.
Nicely placed right in the way, so there is no easy port there. It may be high enough that you could sneak in there, but not with any weight.
Yeah, I think the hole is there. You can probably only throw maybe a back 4 or back 8 weight. I do think the only way you can score right now is to come off your own and roll into the button area.
I agree, but like you said, it's probably only one if you make it perfect. And I don't see an opportunity of how you'd get another one in there. Unless you can draw a side of the button again. That'd be one crazy good skipper's deuce.
Ouais, demi, c'est bon. T'as entre 2 tiers et une demi.
So based on that broom, he's throwing a lot of weight, looking for a very flat roll. He's just got to hit this a little inside the nose, and it'll just bounce almost directly sideways.
Whoa. Tim. Hard Tim.
Just floated on him a little bit and hung wide, so nose hit and.
It's real thin. I think just guard that.
Interesting weight choice there. I think you could have made that with a bit of a softer weight, and you would have had a little bit more control over how it tracked down the sheet.
Yeah, I think that was even more than your average peel. There was a lot of extra extension on that, which tends to float a little inside out as you add that weight.
I only need to guard the inside half.
So Newfoundland is going to throw the corner guard to guard the same shot.
Yep.
I don't know about you, but I'd be tempted to throw that same shot. I'd be hitting that outside one and trying to roll under.
I agree. If you sit 3, it'd be very hard for Quebec to score.
And you're taking away his. I mean, they're still going to plan to take away the shot, but I think you could do it and sit 3. And this just seems like an odd route to take to throw that corner guard. They're taking about 7 feet of ice.
Clean.
Line's fine.
You're 2.
Whoa, if you can. Whoa.
You're 2.
Whoa.
It is curling quite a bit. They do want to guard the inside half.
That's it.
Whoa. I didn't really take it away. I
don't think it's guarding enough of the rock.
Just plays the intern at it.
I think you can come with the intern.
No. It's only for
maybe a little less weight just to get a little bit of curl, but as you can see with that angle, it is 2/3 open or even a little more.
Yeah, the difference with between this one and his last one is that this one is now a rock higher, so it's actually much more makeable with the intern than it was on the first time around. The outturn will give you a much flatter roll, and the intern will give you a little bit more spring, so I think you still, it's definitely there, but
if it stops another,
I don't think you could have made it with the intern the first time.
I mean, it's no gimme. No. He's got to hit. What are he playing like hack, is he?
It's demi.
All right, last rock here in the 5th end.
Dimitri throwing a little less weight on this one.
Yep. Control light. Yep.
And it's already going hard out of his hand. They will need to scrub hard.
Oh. Two yellow.
Steal of 2 for Newfoundland and Labrador 2. And that will add to their lead. That'll be 6-2 over Quebec going to the 5th end break. We will be back right after this.
When the cab is your office, you'll never get tired of going to work. Spring, summer, fall. Season after season, New Holland offers the solutions and connected technology that you need. From seeding and spraying to the world's leading twin-rotor combine, New Holland has you covered from emergence to harvest. Visit your local New Holland dealer to learn more about how New Holland helps you get it done.
We're at the fifth end break of the matchup between Quebec and Newfoundland 2 at the 2022 New Holland Canadian Juniors. We've seen an interesting game here where there have been some opportunities back and forth, but it looks like Newfoundland and Labrador are starting to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, they are executing a lot of their draw shots very well, and it's putting a lot of pressure on the Quebec team to make some touch weight and up weight delicate shots. So, they're getting a little bit unlucky on those, rubbing a lot of guards. But I could see them turning things around now and regrouping in this fifth end break.
It'll be interesting to see after this if Newfoundland continues to get all these rocks in play or whether they're going to make that switch to a more defensive style. What do you expect to see?
I could see them trying that out in the sixth end, and if they give up a couple points, then they maybe switch back to their more aggressive style, which is obviously working in this game.
It seems like they are a little more effective about putting those draws in the right spot and getting around the guards. So we will have to wait and see what happens, but we will get the remainder of this game after the break. We will be right back in a couple of minutes with more curling from not St. Catharines, what am I saying? Stratford. We were just talking about St. Catharines off air, excuse me. We'll be back to Stratford just after this.
Curling teaches as much about life as it does about sport. Club, team, house, lead, rock. These are the words of our sport. Words we embody. Powerful words. Words that speak to everything we represent. Respect, togetherness, strength. Curling doesn't discriminate. The ice doesn't judge. It adapts. It accepts. Curling isn't a book to be judged by its cover. On these sheets, everyone is on the same page. It's what's on the inside that counts. We dream big. We play with heart. We focus on these circles and imagine podiums in far-off places. In a game of inches, every move counts. Are you ready to make yours? The support of the curling community makes it possible for thousands of kids across Canada to follow their dreams, on and off the ice. Please give generously.
Welcome back to the Stratford Rotary Complex. We are about to get back underway for the sixth end with Quebec and Newfoundland. Newfoundland 2, that is. There is two Newfoundland teams as a part of this new 18-team format at the Canadian Juniors. Newfoundland stole 2 in the fifth to take a 6-2 lead, and Jake Young is up. Being asked to throw one into the top of the rings.
Andrew's rock. Okay, it's running real good.
Whoa. Okay, top 4.
Whoa, no.
Whoa, yeah.
No. Whoa, guys. You're still not light.
Roasted that one.
Right to the side of the button. There's a little confusion there. I heard a top 4 and a back 8, and turns out it was somewhere right in the middle. Quebec looking for the corner guard. This sequence of events has unfolded several times already.
Nice shot, Tim.
Good.
Nice tight guard on just outside the edge of the 4-foot line. I do like that placement. Makes it useful later.
Hair tight.
Great. Top 12.
Just top 12, guys.
Top 12.
Whoa, then.
Let it come down.
Whoa.
Top 12.
Looking for top 12, but it looks like it might be a little bit heavy and slip a bit deep.
Guys. Whoa, whoa. Where are we going? No, get off it.
Sounds like the sweepers had their own ideas on that one. Didn't want to listen to the skipper.
Yeah, it was a little bit deeper than what Sean wanted, but still in a really good spot. Quebec looks like they're going hard for a 3 this end, throwing the second corner guard on the other side.
Yeah, you're starting to reach the stage of the game where the scoreboard is really going to dictate your style of play, and being down 4 into the second half of the game means you gotta push a little bit harder. And sliding into the house is probably not the way to do that. Sean O'Leary says, thank you very much for the opportunity to throw a takeout, and I sense that we'll see a few more of those before the end is over.
Sometimes you might forget that the ice will speed up a little bit once they do the mop at the 5th end.
Whoa, whoa. Jake for a piece. Jake for a piece. Jake!
Yeah, Jake, all the way, Jake. Come on.
Okay, okay.
All the
okay.
way.
You should put wide or?
Yes.
Just got it a bit far.
A little bit of a break there for Quebec. Dylan Hancock just got a little bit wide, and it tracked on him. Like you said, they do run the mop over at the 5th end break, and that can subtly affect the conditions. Might run a little bit smoother, and rocks are sliding a little bit better. Not so much grind as grind and curl.
Yep. En bas plus, contrôle.
Yes.
Contrôle. Yep. Hard. Hard job.
It's a little bit unlucky for Quebec. There's Hung as well, and managed to keep both yellows lying around.
Catch that if you can.
And Sean O'Leary wastes no time going up to peel the corner guard. No real reason for them to leave that one there, up 4 points.
Yeah, you might think about that rock in the edge of the 12 as a potential counter, but the rock that's really going to hurt you is that corner more so than a biter on the edge.
Any roll. Get it out. Go.
The guard's gone, but they did almost provide another one now, and Quebec looking at their options with the freezes.
Yeah, 2 of those Newfoundland stones are behind the tee line, so Quebec can come down to those and tap them and freeze.
Looks like they've opted for a lightweight hit and roll instead.
I like this call. It does bring their biter there on the side into play for a potential extra point. Pretty nice shot there. Rolls right behind the guard. Even if they're not shot rock, it does work just fine.
Yep.
Hey, sit on it.
It's tough to remove, and you see Newfoundland opting to play the freeze instead of a hit. So already Quebec has to be happy with that turn of events. More rocks in play make it easier to score.
Very aggressive call, but if executed, it will be hard to remove this rock.
Wait only. Room. Room. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Running, running. Whoa. No. It's not moving at all.
No, you're back. We're back 8.
No,
back 8.
no, no, no. Let
Back
it warp. No, don't touch it.
No.
Just bumps off.
Okay, good shot.
Bit heavy.
I think we've seen this show before. Similar to the third end, that's exactly where that pile was behind the guard, and we saw freeze on freeze on freeze, and a little tap and tap and tap, and a 3 ended up being scored. So Quebec trying to throw a hit here to actually sit 3.
I thought you might see them come around that corner once again. Those yellow ones are their friend. Makes the double, but rolls out in the process. There is a thin double available for Newfoundland.
Hitting about
I think I'd be taking that on right now. Even if you just get rid of one of them, you're improving your situation, and you've got a few options on how to make it.
Yeah, I agree. I think the miss is to just nose the side one. You'd hate to touch the guard and allow them to either play a hit to sit 3 or a draw to sit 3.
Well, he's not light.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Curl a hair.
There we go.
Nice try.
Touches both, only removes 1. Shooter does stick in the ring, shot rock though, so that's pretty fortunate.
Close.
Yeah, if that curls up just another half inch, I think he gets enough of the second one, but as it stands, he's still sitting shot, and
Dylan took 35 seconds on one, and Jake took 20.
that red in second shot is just hanging on the back.
Nice nose hit there to split the house. There is a cross-house double for Newfoundland. It is a tough shot.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't imagine this one will be light either. To make this shot, you've got to throw a substantial amount of weight here, and looks like they're throwing the out turn, which will lose a bit of steam on the roll, but potentially could make it all the way across and just nudge that red far enough.
Yeah, as you can see, the broom is on the inside half of the rock, so anticipating it to run dead straight. I think the way the angle is, I don't think they could roll over the top of the other rock on the other side.
Yep. Okay, Dylan. Yep. Pull it straight. Hard. Come on. Hard. Whoa. Yep. Jake. Whoa. Yep. Hard. Too thin.
Pretty good effort. Just needed to hit a sliver more of it.
Too thin.
Didn't seem like they could make up their mind with the sweeping call.
No, on and off.
Usually means you're close, but that one they needed to stay down just a little bit longer.
It's hard to call line on one of those from what we've seen. If you're throwing big weight, the sweeping can actually back it up and not just hold it on the exact spot. So if they were sweeping it the whole way down, maybe they would have hit it a little bit too thick. But
we haven't actually seen a whole lot of those big weight shots. There's only been I can only think of a few in the 4 games that I've called on this sheet. So they do run straight, but as we also said, when you try to add that little extension, you often set them back, and they do run back. They run beyond straight. They actually back up a little bit. So I think we saw that on Andrew Trickett's on the other side. But Sean O'Leary, he did get a bit of curl out of his.
Sam, whoa. Okay,
Good shot there from Dimitri. Not exactly where they wanted, but still makes Sean throw against 2 and possibility of 3 if there's a miss.
Freeze right to it.
Right there is real good.
You don't really want to be throwing a freeze when you don't have hammer against a couple. You know, you've just worked so hard to get a lead, and now you've got to make a really good shot to make sure that you don't give up a few. So a little bit nervous to put the broom down on this one sometimes.
Just freeze in there.
I think this goes back to their comfort with the draw instead of the hit. Some teams you might see throw the run back.
Okay.
But I think this team's strength is certainly the draw, and they've made quite a few of them today.
Yeah, and they're certainly familiar with this spot. They've been down to this corner several times, and I think they know how it's going to run.
Real close, I thought. You're killing the line.
just back 8.
Wait only. Wait
Okay,
only.
throw it if you can.
Wait only, guys.
Come
Dylan,
on, get it there.
in.
Okay, Dylan in.
Hard. Hard, guys. Hard.
Come on, all the way.
Hard. Hard, right to it. Hard. 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 Come on. Good sweep.
Okay, nice shot.
That's a pretty good shot. Just thinking at the hog line that it had a long way to curl, but I also thought to myself that's a good thing. The way it finishes,
Yeah.
it needs at least a few feet of room from the hog line in.
Dans le même balai.
I don't think you can play this with any weight, so I think this is just a draw for 1.
Yeah, I agree. The only thing I see for 2 is to throw the double on the yellows. But that's a very difficult shot. I think for Dimitri, trying to hit half of the 8-foot, it's a very makeable shot for a single.
Ligne belle. Draft tout le long. Draft. Draft. Hard draft. Hard draft. Hard. Hard draft. Hard draft. Hard draft. Skip draft. Hard draft. Hard draft. Okay, good sweep.
Good sweep there. Makes the shot for 1.
So 1 point for Quebec makes it a 6-3 game. We will be back to Stratford right after this.
This is where the focus comes into play. Look at that. Canada, say hello to your new champions.
Proudly pulling for this generation of Canadians and the next for over 40 years at the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Welcome back to the Stratford Rotary Complex and the New Holland Canadian Juniors. Quebec facing Newfoundland and scores a point after a great draw by Sean O'Leary takes away the potential multiple score. So Sean's made a few clutch draws this game to keep Newfoundland in the lead, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, Sean has been making very precise draws this whole game, and last end was no exception. That was a very tough shot. If you were a little bit heavy, there was probably a shot for 3. So great judge by the sweepers to get that down to the corner and forcing the Quebec team to one.
Come out the other side.
Nice throw.
Great weight once again from Jake Young, but once again a little extra curl pops out the other side, so it's visible on our outturn side, and Quebec opts to chase it and give it a little bump. So here's Simone Laroche.
Back line. Push. Back eight. Yep. Hard.
So it makes contact with the backline weight, but didn't quite get enough of it to remove it, and rolls open on the other side. So Jake Young will have probably a control weight hit here to try to get rid of that Quebec stone.
Andrew for a piece.
Andrew for a piece.
Okay. You're fine. Are you hearing me?
Way out.
A little wide on the release there, so trying to push it over with that directional sweeping, but I don't think not without the old broom heads would that carve that much. You need the old hardline heads with the inserts and
or maybe a bit of horsehair.
Yeah, shave down. Of course, all these players are using the competition compliant yellow brush heads, so directional sweeping still effective, but not nearly as aggressively effective as it was a few years ago.
Excuse. Ça c'était moins.
Board.
So Newfoundland will have another crack at that yellow stone in the house. It's mostly open. It's maybe just less than a quarter buried.
Whoa, yes. Whoa. Yes. Hard. Whoa. Yep. No roll. Nice shot.
Very nice shot there from Dylan Hancock to roll fully buried.
I expect, regardless of what happens next, those center guards won't last much longer. Quebec looking to play a freeze right to that rock on the top of the button. Raphael Tremblay is going to try to follow it down.
C'est ma premier. Okay, non, c'est plus. My bad. Back four.
Not a bad result. Again, they seem to be a little confused on the weight there. They were saying it might be 4, it might be top 4, it might be back 4. 4 being top of 12 is, I think they're using the zone systems. I apologize, my French isn't amazing either, but I know my numbers at least.
Dylan Hancock now attempting the double peel on the staggered center guards.
Yeah. Hard.
Take the shooter. Okay.
Got both reds, but left the shooter right there, and that's actually guarding the red Quebec stone that they will probably need access to at some point, so I don't think they're terribly happy with that result. James Trahan is trying to play another come-around freeze to the pile in the top of the 4.
Hard.
This one has a lot less rotation than the last few we've seen, and thus it's really curling.
It's actually not that bad of a spot, I think. A little bit of an overcurl, but as you can see, those two reds do line up to go right onto the yellow shot rock.
Not exactly what the call was, but like you say, not a bad spot by the end of it all.
Let's go freeze then.
Also looking at that. All right, peel it off. Yeah.
He opts to peel the guard, which I think is the right call here. They trying to get cute and play around a center guard and get a pile of rocks in the forefoot is not really what you want to do when you're up a few late in the game. So get this out of the way, and then hopefully you've got a makeable shot for one or two by the time you get to your last rock.
Hard. Take the shooter.
Yeah, this might force the play into the rings, which is good for the Newfoundland team. All of Quebec's stones, if they do play that short little angle, will be grouped together. So there could be a possibility for a double. They might elect a guard one more time, which I think is what I would do.
Je peux pas attaquer tout de suite. Sinon, il y a ça. Après ça, il va blaster. Mais regarde, il va juste blaster tout le temps. Ben, tu peux faire ça pour la dernière. Ouais. Parce que là, je garderais ça à la fin, tu fais faire une shot pour un, mais si on joue là-dedans, il va tout blaster. Même place? Hein? Même place? Ouais, un garde juste l'autre côté de la ligne. OK. C'est quoi qu'on fait?
Looks like they're going to throw another guard. The yellow on the top of the button's actually helping Quebec right now. It's saving at least one of those reds from flying out of the house. So they're going to throw a guard and make Newfoundland waste another rock peeling it and save that little red run for a later shot.
No, never. Never.
Team Quebec qualified for the Canadian Juniors by they went 3-1 in a three-team double round robin, and then winning the final by a score of 10-4.
We said before, three of the four of them don't have any experience at the Canadian Nationals, but third, James Trahan has been here once before, and also to the under-18. So great experience for them, and hopefully can get another win or two or under their belt by the end of the week. And Raphael Tremblay is only 14, so you'd think he might have a few more chances to get back here in the future as well.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah, okay.
So their guard over curls, and
I don't know what to do with this.
Okay. Just like over and off.
No, it's not doing anything. Okay.
that was not what Newfoundland was looking for, and now that little red-red-yellow combo looks pretty juicy.
Ouais, là. Juste qu'elle remonte un peu.
I think the only question is how much weight do you want to throw?
Non, mais 14, c'est surtout là qu'il faut qu'il reste là.
I don't think you want to throw too much weight. I think you'd like to hit it a little bit low side on the center line and roll behind the red center guard, and then you could possibly be sitting two, probably one buried, and the top red might stick over in the 12-foot depending on how much weight you throw.
Yeah, I agree. I think you want to get to nose or a little bit inside nose, and then at least your shooter will stay and act as another guard for you. But I think this is your best opportunity to get that yellow off the button and put a little pressure on Newfoundland.
I did hear them say they wanted a bumper weight or a board weight. I think is a great weight choice for this shot.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep. 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 Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Didn't get the nose, but got rid of the
if
yellow.
That one doesn't jam, all 3 go. Actually, I think all 4 go. Like here, there, there.
There definitely is a triple. Not sure if the if one of those reds will catch Newfoundland's yellow there on the
This
side.
one might not go anywhere, but we should lose that off of that. Get rid of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sticking around.
When you draw it up,
It's
look
that or just
what we're.
trying to make that double and sit there.
Show us what we're looking at.
They're going to come down here and hit this one and come across. That one will sit there, and your shooter would sit there. You'd come here.
I think.
Over. You might catch this rock. If it does, it'll go out here, and then this one will come down here. Sean thinks that that you will get all 4 moving.
Hair less ice. Yep.
Yeah, to me, it looks like that does catch the back yellow, and
half a rock with peel.
If you're throwing peel weight, you should be able to
maybe.
spin it out, but sometimes you just get unlucky and you nut jam it, and it doesn't go anywhere.
I think if this is made, even if you kill the side one, Quebec might have to take the chance and draw around the center guard to try to get a steal.
I imagine they would. That shooter's going to be probably on the edge of the 8 foot, so... Oh, this is curling on him. He's close.
Oh, he actually got that over the top. Pretty good shot. Does leave them line 1 and 3.
So he hit it just a hair thicker than he meant to, which meant that he only grazed that second red and sent it directly sideways. I think if he hit it where he wanted to, that was going to jam for sure. But that other red would be gone, so...
He almost got lucky and sat for 2 on the corner there, but it just spun up a little bit too much.
Dimitri trying to play, I assume, kind of a hack board waiter. This rock is probably more than half buried, so he needs to rely on a little curl towards the end of this path. And if he does, he can sit 2, and Newfoundland will probably be forced to draw for 1.
Yep. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep. Yep. Yes. Whoa. Sim. Hard Sim.
Here comes the curl, and they're working it over. Up to the nose, and mission accomplished.
Very nice shot. Does leave a possible double.
Can I make that for 2? Like.
I think the way, at this point in the game and the way the score is, I think you always draw for 1.
I don't think your shooter will count it.
Yeah, I agree. There's no point
I hit a quarter for 2.
trying to make this double or this little chip off and roll or however you want to call it. The draw for 1 is very makeable, and the shot for 2 is really not necessary at this point based on the scoreboard.
I like it. I like it if you like it.
Yeah, I like it.
So I think Sean is going to hit about a half a rock or so and try to come across and catch the second one for 2 points.
I think the shot's there. It's makeable, but I don't think it's worth the risk at this point.
No, I agree too. I think the draw to the 4 foot is the call, and Sean has been making those all night too, so I like his chances if he was playing that.
He needs to hit probably a thick half of this to get what he's looking for.
Whoa, close.
Get. Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Curl.
So a steal of 1 for Quebec, not the end of the world. Newfoundland will take the hammer into the 8th with a 2-point lead, so you never want to complain about that. We'll have the 8th right after this break.
I was fine with giving up the one.
When the cab is your office, you'll never get tired of going to work. Spring, summer, fall. Season after season, New Holland offers the solutions and connected technology that you need. From seeding and spraying to the world's leading twin-rotor combine, New Holland has you covered from emergence to harvest. Visit your local New Holland dealer to learn more about how New Holland helps you get it done.
And welcome back to the New Holland Canadian Juniors. Just before as we went to commercial, you might have heard Newfoundland skip Sean O'Leary say, "Oh, I didn't mind giving up the one there." Explain the logic behind that mindset.
Oh, I think he was thinking that now in this situation, he has 2 hammers to Quebec's 1 in the even ends, and he's up 2. So the chances of winning in that situation are still fairly high. So I think that's what he was thinking there.
And the flip side of that argument, as we were mentioning just a second ago, was, going up 4 with 3 ends to play is also a pretty good shape to be in. So I guess it was no real bad situation was going to come from that shot as long as he got rid of one of the Quebec stones.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Jake Young slides just a little bit deep with his draw to the forefoot, which will give Quebec the opportunity to follow down and lock one on. Lefty Simon LaRoche will try to follow him down.
A lot of lefties in this field, Brian.
I've noticed that. I've had in the 3 games I've done so far, there were at least 2 lefties on the ice at all times, and I think we only have the one today, but it does seem like there are a lot of left-handed players.
Wait only. Wait only.
Now Newfoundland looking to split the house, get another rock off to the side on the tee line, and hopefully keep these spread out. Well, this one's sliding. Just does not hang on the back, I don't think.
Just those paths to the wing later in the game may be half a second faster than the draw path, so he might have got caught a little bit there in the fast spot.
And a lot of the time, the draws that go towards the middle get a little bogged down in that slide path that's been run over all game, and as you get away from that slide path, it's still a little bit fresher and they slide a bit better.
Back 4 T. Sim. Hard, Sim. T. Hard, Sim. Hard, Sim.
Just touches the top one.
Almost perfect, but just grazes it on the way by. Sean O'Leary calling for hack weight here from Dylan Hancock. Try to get to the nose, or I think there's the opportunity to get a little bit under and make the roll.
Hit, board, hit, whoa. Clean, whoa.
Wait.
Whoa. Whoa, Andrew.
Yeah.
Gotta go over the top. Nice.
Obviously not what they wanted there. That hung a little wide on them, and now Quebec's got to be licking their lips.
Ouais, ça aussi.
Top 4.
5 mois de draft.
Ton état, c'est pas mauvais non plus.
Peut-être un petit peu moins fort, là, juste.
Ton état, un peu.
Top 20!
Hard Sim.
Top 12!
Hard
Tout le
Sim.
long!
Hard Sim. La ligne est parfaite. Hard Sim. Hard. Hard.
Urging the inside sweeper, Simone LaRoche, to put a little more weight on the brush to hold that line. And again, they just rub it, but that's still a pretty good spot.
Trying to get all of them.
There is probably a third of a rock triple come off the backside of that, the top left stone now as you see it, and then come back and catch the other one.
You got to hit it pretty thin, pretty hard, but I agree that it might be there.
The amount of action and the amount of spin you're going to get off this this rock here are certainly possible.
Hit. Hard. 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 Hard.
Okay.
Only gets the one. Does leave Quebec now the same shot they just tried to come into the top of the four, bite the button.
Now that they've nudged that guard out of the way a couple of times, they might be able to get around it. James Trahan trying to just tuck one in the top of the four.
Top 4! No, on est up!
Back those. Stay up.
This one looks like it has a little extra weight. I'm gonna glide right through. That was a lot of extra weight. It's a little break for Newfoundland, but they still aren't out of the woods.
Just peel.
Yeah, peel it off. Okay.
I think this is the right call, don't you?
Yeah, I agree. You can't see much of either of those stones in the ring, so if you ever try to chase one of them, and you might wreck on the guard and not move it enough, so I like this call.
That's really the rock that's causing you the problems right now, and as we said, it's so hard to throw a really good guard on this ice, so you're probably going to get a chance or two to get at those rocks on the center. And if not, you're still going to have that draw path to the button.
Mine's good.
Ça rafle.
Raf.
Deux.
Hard
Un!
off. Hard
Juste
off.
rafle, juste rafle.
Hard up. Hard.
Zim va l'aider.
Hard.
We do have a final over on Sheet C. The Alberta 2 team winners over the Northwest Territories 10-3.
Top 12,
Half.
right?
BC has popped a 3 in the 7th on Manitoba to take a 7-3 lead. That was a close game right up until then. And Ontario and Saskatchewan, 4-3 for Ontario, with just a couple of rocks to come in the 8th.
Hard.
I think the shooter just rolled far enough to not block off the draw path. Now Dimitri will attempt to put the guard back up, probably on the New Holland logo, just off the center line.
Probably somewhere between the W and the H of New and Holland, and cover a little bit of both rocks, and I expect you'll see Sean O'Leary try to link that run back again and get a couple of things moving.
Raph. Raph, on est où? Deux et demi, deux. Raph. Hard, Raph. Hard, Raph. Hard. 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 Hard, boys. Hard, 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 hard. Whoa, whoa.
Right over.
Just about between the W and the H where we said, so I think they'd be happy with that. But I also think we said that Sean O'Leary is going to be throwing a run back.
I have to, yeah.
Just hair low.
There is a possibility of getting
Like
all
right here?
three, but if he just gets the guard and the top one, I think he'd be happy with that too.
Play the outturn at it and give me ice right
Like
there.
right on the B.
No, hair low. Yep, that's real close. Yep. Just a hair low. Try and get all three.
The danger, if you don't even get the second one, then Quebec can take away that draw path and be in really good shape to steal.
Yep. All the way.
Hard.
All the way, come on.
Hard.
All the way.
Hard.
Does manage to roll the shooter out of there again.
Just missed. Again, you're talking fractions of an inch. He almost probably half an inch to an inch off where he wanted to hit, and that's the difference between a triple and a single takeout.
On va top 4, on est capable de rentrer avec la fille. OK. Avec quoi sinon? Avec light, mettons, juste full 12, là, c'est bon. Top 40, puis...
30.
30 pour le droit?
So Dimitri Audibert, with his last shot of the 8th, has a chance to put a ton of pressure on Newfoundland and Labrador. But we have seen Sean O'Leary make these draws time and again so far today.
La ligne est belle, la ligne est belle.
Top 4.
Sarah. Non. Sim. On est où? Ouais, on est où?
Top 4.
Yep. Yep, yep. Yep. Hard, Sim.
Top 8.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Top 4.
Yep. Whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sit.
Whoa, really down. All right.
Made it too good.
Yep. Intern.
Does leave Sean the draw
Right there.
with backing to the button.
Do you think that's a bit much?
They almost clipped that guard a little bit, and I think they wish they had. It would have made this shot a lot more difficult.
Oh, certainly, without question.
Just T line.
Okay, how's the weight?
I thought you were a hair light. Line's fine.
Okay, where's it to?
Line's fine. Line's good. Jake, you're in.
Jake inside.
Line's fine. Line's fine.
Come on, Jake.
Oi, where are we going?
Two red.
Unfortunate sweeping error there. They were pounding it all the way down and really didn't need the weight. So a steal of 2 for Quebec ties this game up after 8. And we will be back for the 9th after this break. New Holland Canadian Juniors at the Stratford Rotary Complex in Stratford, Ontario. Just saw a pretty good draw attempt by Newfoundland, and I think he threw it well enough to make it, but the sweepers were on it all the way down, so just drifted a little heavy and a little wide. Unfortunate mistake. It leads to a steal of 2 for Quebec, and now we are tied playing the 9th end, so we're in for a big finish.
Line's tight.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Really got to go line.
Oh, no,
Okay,
you're
top
on.
12.
Yeah, you gotta get it around.
3.
Little tight, little tight.
Yep.
Little one,
Right,
Garrett.
yeah.
That was a soft release, I just dropped it out. That was just soft release.
Pretty light on that draw, but ends up getting a corner guard out of it. Does sort of block off that side of the sheet for the time being.
And Jake Young claiming the soft release, meaning not a ton of positive rotation on it, and let it. He said it just kind of fell out of his hand, and that's going to lead to a lot of extra curl.
Top nose. Top eight. Top eight.
Just no wait, just no wait.
On la main, on la main, on la main.
Really nice shot from Simon LaRoche.
Top 4.
Top the 4.
Draws around fully buried and actually pokes out the other side a little bit, but that corner guard that Jake Young threw is choking that side off a little bit too.
Line's going to be tight.
Quebec sitting
Room.
top 8 and
Room still.
buried.
Running.
We have seen a little bit of a strategy change from the Newfoundland team. In the first 6 ends, they've been playing pretty aggressive, and then the last 2, they were trying to clean things up and keep it open, but led to a couple steals. So I think that's where this call comes from.
Yeah, they haven't been terribly precise with the big weight. When you're trying to defend and keep things clean, you're going to have to throw a couple of doubles and a couple of runbacks, and just haven't been able to get those to go. So switching tactics back to maybe the aggressive side. Also, the scoreboard isn't what it used to be. So maybe they're looking to put the pressure on Quebec now. And this one is going to over curl and hit the guard.
Hardson.
Curling like it grabbed something, actually. Unfortunate mistake there. Does sort of let Newfoundland off the hook from a few rocks on the center line.
Yeah, it was.
I like nose.
I think they're kind of sick of all those red rocks up front, so for Quebec to get rid of one of their own, and it's probably a welcome sight for the Newfoundland team.
Get. Whoa. Get. Hard.
Mettre un garde.
Continuing to see over curls on that side of the sheet. Just hits that one on the other side that they were looking for and jams it.
Saw this a bit yesterday too. I don't know if it's the ice that's changing or whether the releases are getting a little fatigued, because towards the end of the game yesterday we saw the same thing where a lot of rocks were over curling and a lot of guards were being hit. So I don't know if it's just maybe a little lack of focus on the throwers' part, who maybe softened that release a little bit, or maybe not taking enough ice, but we did see the same thing yesterday.
Yep.
Really nice shot there from Raphael Tremblay, and a good sweep from James Strahan to keep that straight. About halfway down, I thought that one was going to overcurl as well.
There is a triple available. Nose or a hair to the center line side. Very difficult shot.
These are the kind that they've had some struggles with over the last couple of ends, so we'll see how this one goes. Close, but a little bit tight again, and these will stick around.
Right, 3. Ouais, top 12. OK. Ouais, je vais en mettre moins que trop. Ligne est belle. Oh, ça a l'air fort. On est où? Top 12. C'est belle. Top 12. On regarde un peu trop. Never, 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 never. Top 12, allez. Never. 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 3, 2. Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah, but it's not just you. Every good return can fight.
À part de côté, ce spot.
Another big curl that leaves those two reds exposed. So Newfoundland will have another crack at those two in the house and try to get a little roll out of this.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's something under that, I think.
Hurt.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Clean, 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 clean.
That's a pretty good audible called by skip Sean O'Leary. It's not the one they were throwing at, but he knew that they weren't going to get the result they wanted, so he called sweeps for an alternative.
When Andrew Trickett let it go, he sort of thought that there might have been something under the rock. That could have been it.
So it curled a little more than expected, or maybe just a little bit tight, and nice plan B call to salvage that shot.
Good shot.
Good, James.
Does leave a chance for Newfoundland to make the double and sit 2, splitting the rings.
Andrew Trickett just looking for basically a nose hit here to get rid of both reds.
Clean, whoa. Whoa. Clean, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Clean, clean.
Just doesn't. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say usually whoa clean means that you're pretty close, and he was close, but just needed to come up another inch to get enough of that back one. Unfortunate, another near miss to a good result.
Unfortunate to not move it enough to sit shot. So now it does allow Dimitri to come around those center guards to sit 2.
So he's taking ice outside of the 8-foot to get behind a guard that's on the opposite side of center. That's a good 6 feet of curl, basically, that he's counting on.
Bon puck.
Il faut y aller, je pense. C'est live.
Yep. Tim. 3. Tim. Switch. Hard. 3. Hard. Hard, Tim. Hard. 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 Right here. Hard. 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 Hard.
And I think it comes up just short to sit 2, maybe. It does look pretty close. Hard to tell from the overhead.
All right.
I agree. I think I think the back one on the right is your shot rock, and the yellow at the top left is second. Just needed another inch out of that sweep,
Right on
and
the nose.
not that they weren't trying, but just left it an inch short.
Hair more ice, I think. Yep.
It'll be interesting to see how this one runs down the
Just
sheet.
nose
I
it.
don't think we've seen any inside-out hits today.
No, not very many. And this is going to be with what I imagine is going to be kind of a control weight. I think the one we did see was with Peel, and didn't give that a chance to do very much.
I think they were talking about a board weight.
Easy board.
Yep.
I'd want my sweepers to be real close on this.
Yep. 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 Hard. 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 Hard.
So a little bit lucky there to nudge that red on the way by to sit shot, but the shot yellow now is pretty exposed on the other side, and if Dimitri can get to that, he will be sitting 3, and Newfoundland Labrador will be forced to draw basically full 8-foot again.
Two different shots you could play here. You could play the shot that he is throwing, the nose hit or a hair high side to sit 2 or 3. You could also come with the in-turn draw, which you just played to the side of the button, which would leave Sean O'Leary a very difficult draw right to the pin for a single.
Opting to play the soft takeout around the guard and hoping to sit 3. Just sneaks it by the guard, gets a little inside roll to the top of the 4-foot. That's about as well as you could do on that one. That's a great shot. Really closed off that scoring area from full 8-foot. Now it's got to be within the 4-foot.
The last couple ends, they've been really precise on these touch weight shots that they were struggling with early in the game. I wasn't even sure that you could roll inside on that, but he made it really well, and now Sean O'Leary has a draw to bite the 4-foot with no backing for a single.
Yeah, I think the only way you roll inside on that is to get really close to the guard, which he obviously did. But brilliant result, and now Sean O'Leary's got to make another clutch draw to keep this game close.
4. Yep. Yep. Hard, guys.
All the way.
Hard, guys.
All the way. Hard, Dylan.
Hard.
All the way. Hard for line. Come on.
Get it in, get it in.
Come on. Ready. 3 red.
3 red. That is not what Newfoundland was hoping for. So back-to-back steals. Back-to-back-to-back steals lead now a 3-point edge for Quebec. We'll be right back after this. to the New Holland Canadian Juniors. This has been a game of two halves. Going into the fifth end break, it was all Newfoundland, and they had a fairly healthy lead, but since then it's been a 1, a 1, a 2, and a 3 for Quebec, and they lead 9-6 playing the 10th end. What happened?
I think the biggest thing is in the first half, Team O'Leary was playing to their strength, which was the draw and playing very aggressive. And once they got the lead, they started playing more defensive, and that led to some opportunities for Quebec to put a lot of pressure on the Newfoundland team. And they haven't been able to execute their shots in the second half.
So, needing 3, the guard into the house is really not what you're hoping for, right?
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate. To have any chance at 3, you do need 2 guards. So it's unfortunate that one slipped into the rings.
Simon LaRoche makes that go away, and it's going to be tough work to generate some points without at least without that guard up.
Air tight.
Yeah.
Wait only.
At 2.
Coming
down. 2.
Room.
2.
Wait only, guys. Running like you're top 12.
Okay, just 2.
Yep.
Nice second shot there from Jake Young, making sure that that rock stays out of the rings.
Even that one slid a little bit farther than they expected it to. They were saying it was going to be a 2, and that's a 3 for sure, and a very almost a tight 3. So maybe just that we were talking about that outside line still sliding a little bit better than up the middle.
Quebec now trying to just come right on top of their rock already in the top 4.
Wait's good. Sim. Back 4. Back 8. Okay, whoa. No, it's good. Shot off.
Very nice shot to lead those 2 stones really close together in a line on the top of the house.
Yeah, when they're frozen on each other, it's either going to take you 2 shots to get rid of both, or one with a lot of weight, but you probably don't save your shooter. So,
Line's real tight.
Yeah.
2, 3.
Newfoundland ignoring the pair in the house and trying to throw another corner.
3.
Whoa.
3.
You have no line.
Oh, you're really pretty far. You're 3.
I expect after this, Quebec will just go hitting.
Yep.
All right.
Ouais, juste pour rouler plus loin. Theo.
Playing it the inside-out way to run the yellow away from any trouble.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Hard. Yep.
Too long.
Yep. On l'a les deux.
Nicely executed by Raphael Tremblay.
Shot.
Sweep.
Dylan Hancock looking to put that one back.
Looks hot.
2.
Looks heavy.
Meanwhile, we have another final on sheet 4. British Columbia wins 11-4 over Manitoba. And the only other game out here at the moment is Ontario and Saskatchewan. Ontario up 7-3. They are also in the 10th end.
Ouais. Easy.
Ouais. Yep. 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 Clean. Clean. Yep. Clean. 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 Shot, James. Good save.
Another peel made by James Trahan.
Good shot.
Newfoundland starting to run out of stones here, so they got to make a move.
Might have to call the old Bruce Lona shot and go around the staggered rocks in the top of the ring.
I almost just said that. You read my mind.
Switch if you
For
can.
those of you out there who aren't curling nerds, we're talking about the what, 2004 Briar,
Hard.
All the way.
where
Come on.
Mark Dacey ended
Keep
up
going.
winning by drawing around top 4 staggered guards in the Briar final.
Good speed.
That's a pretty good shot, though.
Yeah, it is.
It's tough to use the corner guard when it's that far out, but nicely placed.
Yep. Yep. Clean. 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 Clean.
Two no doubt peels by James Trahan and
Top 12. That or we come back here.
now they're talking about the come
I
around.
like back here.
Right.
We're going back 8, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hair tight.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Same as the last one.
Yeah, here.
Line's fine.
12 at best.
Line's fine. Yep. You want to go to here then? Jake. Hard, Jake. Hard.
Come on, buddy.
Hard, Jake.
Come on. Come on.
Okay.
Pretty good plan B. If you're not going to get it there, make sure you line it up so you have some sort of backing or catchers behind. And
We're going fair?
Dimitri just looking to play the hit on the open yellow. And once again, Newfoundland's going to have to make a move on those 2 reds at some point.
Smart call here. If you happen to throw play to the middle one and jam it, then there could be a possibility of 3. But just looking, if he makes 2 rocks go away now on his last 2 shots, he will run Newfoundland out of stones.
Yeah, you never want to make it for him, right?
No, of course not.
Might as well take the easy one.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa. Clean.
He's going to roll in for fun. That makes it a little bit harder, too.
Shots in.
Come around it.
Suppose. Well then, how do I get rid of all 3? I guess I could go like across the face. Just right here.
All right.
I do think you had to make a play on those red stones in the middle. I'm not sure, even if this is made, and Dimitri misses his last shot, I'm not sure how you'd get rid of all 3 of those reds in one shot. I don't think there's a triple.
I mean, he makes that rock disappear in this game. So.
Well, I agree. I think you got to make your move now because considering the weight that Dimitri just threw on his last one, I think this yellow peel goes pretty easy, even if he happens to clip a red on the way by. So I think you need to move a couple of those reds and
Hair tight.
Okay, where's it
try to
go?
line up a couple of angles. But
Yep.
as you said, even if he misses, you got to move 3 reds, and that's going to be difficult. Well, this is over curling and going to be another one on the pile.
Okay, whoa.
If I'm Quebec here, I don't even think I want to throw.
No, I agree. If you somehow manage to hit it on the center line side, you could possibly jam both of those. But anything high side on this top rock should eliminate it.
Yep. But if you just leave it there, I don't think there's any shot to bring
no, I agree. Yeah.
all the yellows into play and get rid of all the reds. So you can throw this one into the wall for all I care.
Clean, 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 clean.
He threw it well, and the yellow will go away. Both yellows will go away, and that will be the end of it. What a comeback from Quebec. Strong second half. A 1 and 3 steals in a row. Makes the final 9-6, and Quebec completes the comeback win over Newfoundland. Thanks for joining us today. It's a pleasure being here, and thanks, Joel, for your contributions as well. So we will be back later tonight with another draw at the 2022 New Holland Canadian Juniors from Stratford. See you then.